Hi guys, it is day 5 of my 14-day water fast. This morning I was feeling alright. I went in to get a DEXA scan and I'll show you the results of that in a little bit. And while she was reading over the results, I started feeling really shaky, like the blood just drained out of my face. Kind of felt like I was going to pass out for a minute. I do suffer from anxiety though, and I think it's more anxiety than overt feelings caused by the fast. I weighed myself today and it was 249, so that's a 3-pound drop from yesterday. Now my scale does do the point, 249.2 or whatever. I don't really care about that, so it's more or less 3 pounds over from yesterday to today. So weight loss is still going strong, going steady. I'll show you my DEXA scan. So basically what a DEXA scan does is you lay on this table and this thing very slowly, it's almost like an actual scanner. It's an arm that goes over you and you can see it and hear it go, and then it goes a little bit further, a little bit further. They have these lines, these kind of grid lines that you're supposed to stay in that, since I'm big, it was hard for me to stay actually in the line, so I had to kind of put squinch my shoulders in, and I had to have my hands like this next to my thighs instead of splayed out, or at least laid out. Nope, go. My dog. So she did say this is gonna be like a good shoulder workout, and it was, because I had to hold my shoulders in position for a while. It wasn't too bad though. Talked a little bit about fasting with the technician who was there, and she had heard of it before, but I kind of gave her some more information and advised that she look into the Obesity Code by Jason Fung. It's got a lot of good information. I'm still working on it. I've read it in the past, last year I think it was, but it's just good information for me to go back over again. So yeah, my DEXA scan. So I'll show you kind of what the output looks like. So this is me in all my glory, and it kind of breaks it down into total body fat, mass, all that good stuff. So you can see here, it's like I am 53.8% body fat. Good times, right? My lean tissue is 112 pounds. She was actually saying that that's really good for anybody to have that kind of an amount on them. I do know though it's because I am fat. I mean, it's proven the fatter you are, the stronger your muscles have to be in order to carry your body weight around. So I wasn't too surprised that I had some good lean mass in there, but still 53.8%. And then they break it down like how many total pounds in your arms, in your legs, in your trunk, in your groin area. So when I look at that, 70.61 pounds, not percent, pounds, 70 pounds, let's say, is just in my trunk area. That's a lot. That's a lot of fat. And a lot of it's the internal visceral fat, which is around your organs. Not awesome. It's not great. So, and like I said, I'm on day 5 of a 14-day fast. So hopefully my fat stores, well, not hopefully, I mean, it's science, right? My fat stores will continue to go down. It'll be interesting to see at the end, like whenever I hit goal weight, what my fat to lean mass ratio is, because they don't really want your lean mass to go down. So they do recommend while losing weight, to exercise to make sure you're able to keep that up. So, and there's more to it. I mean, there's like 7 pages of information here. It wasn't expensive either. It was like $67 or $69. And then they're running a deal where if you pay for your next one, it's only $88 total. So I went ahead and did that because I know I'm going to want to go back in maybe a month or two just to kind of check against what this baseline was. But it's a little shocking just seeing it all out there. We'll see. I forgot to tell you guys yesterday, so not last night, but the night before, I totally had this dream about food. We were at a potluck and everybody had brought food, and I was just like, yes! So I was just eating all this kinds of food, and at the end there was all these desserts left over. And of course you can't let desserts go to waste, so I had piled up my plate just full of cinnamon rolls and brownies and these huge cookies, and I was just like stuffing them in my face. And I felt awesome until I remembered, I'm supposed to be on a fast. And then I felt so bad because I had eaten, and worse than that, I had eaten just crap, you know? So when I woke up, I was super excited to be like, still on the fast. But that's a thing when you fast. You do dream about food. It's just what it is. Today, I got my Amazon order of the Highlight 0 Calorie Electrolyte Concentrate. So that's what this is. I've been just kind of supplementing on my own, guessing how much I should be taking in. And this at least kind of gives it all in one, and I hate swallowing pills, so hopefully this will be a little bit easier. Like I said, when I was at the DEXA scan today, I felt really crappy, and I couldn't tell if it was just my anxiety or if I'm low in something. I don't know. So I was excited to have this waiting for me when I got home. I'll probably take a couple doses of it today just to make sure that I'm peak of where I need to be. I think it's very important, and I think I probably am low in certain things, so every little bit I think helps. And as I understand it, you can't really overdose on it. If anything, it's just going to give you diarrhea, which I have not had. The other thing though is I haven't really had this might be TMI, I haven't really had a good bowel movement for 5 days. And I know that stuff's in there, so it's like a waiting game, like when's it gonna happen? So I also don't really want to be away from the house right now because I'm afraid it's just gonna catch up to me all in one time. It's good stuff, I tell you. So there is something called a salt flush. You can Google it. It's basically just a high dose of sodium in water, and you can just like knock it back. It pretty much forces you to take a dump. Multiple dumps. Like you want to make sure that you're just gonna, if you do go that route, you're just gonna chill at the house for multiple hours until you are cleaned out. So I'm kind of thinking about that, but I might wait another day or two before I go that route. We'll see. Other than that, like I said, aside from feeling just kind of a little bit off, I think I feel okay for the most part. I'm sleeping well. I'm still waking up earlier than normal. I woke up today at 6:30 and I was just ready to get up. I get up once a night to use the restroom, and it's hard sometimes getting back to sleep after that because I feel wide awake, but I always end up going back to sleep until 6:37, and then I get up around there. So I definitely feel like I have a lot of my day to work with, which is nice. Yeah, I think that's it. Just trucking on. I'm gonna try to push past the my 7:40 time slot. That's when I hit a full 5 days. I have done 5 days in the past, and I probably went like an hour or two past 5 because I was at work at the time, and then I had to come home and make food. But so after, let's say 10 o'clock tonight, it's gonna be uncharted territory. I've never gone that long without eating food. So some things that I've noticed, my skin is generally clearer. That's nice. Oh, my tongue has this lovely white coat. Something that happens when you do an extended fast, it comes and goes. Sometimes it's gonna be like a healthy bright pink. Other times you're gonna have this white coat. I don't really notice like horrible breath. A lot of people say that they notice really bad breath. I haven't noticed that. Maybe my husband's noticed and he's just not told me. It's not like fresh as a daisy in here, but it's not bad. My stomach is definitely, it used to so underneath my boobs, my stomach would just go out, and it's a little more flat before it starts the climb. So I do notice that I've got less bloating internally. That's gone down. My legs look a little slimmer when I'm sitting on the couch and I have my legs up. They look a little nicer, so that's kind of cool. I'm curious to see if it'll get rid of some varicose veins that I have, because I have heard stories and anecdotal evidence that it has taken care of varicose veins for people on extended fasts. So that's as well as like skin tags, stuff like that. Things will just drop off. I had what I think was a wart starting on my thumb, and I haven't had warts since I was a kid, so I don't know why the crap I would have it. But it was bugging me because I just kept working at it, and I was just trying to get it out of there, and I couldn't. And I think it was day 2 of the fast. I was kind of scraping at it, and then the core popped out. I mean, it was tiny. It's a tiny, tiny little whatever it is. Again, I'm guessing it's a wart, the beginnings of a wart. But I thought that was kind of cool. And I have heard that warts do thrive in a sugary, high insulin environment. So maybe just even a couple days of a fast took care of it. I thought that was pretty neat. All right, well, I'll see you guys tomorrow with my day 6.